Hey folks, so what are we doing today? We are having a look at a new ship, the mighty Constellation Andromeda. Now, I don't own this ship. What I've done is I've rented it for the day because I need a cargo ship and I kinda want to have a look at what is affectionately known as the Connie. So, without further ado, this is the Constellation Andromeda. It's big. We're looking at the back at the moment, obviously. With 4 thrusters. This is a snub-nosed fighter which attaches to the back of the ship and can be deployed by one of the crew. Let me just turn off the text, there we are. Just a wee bit of extra support against small ships. I don't know how good it is, but it's a huge landing gear. And a big gun. There are 4 big guns that the pilot has direct control over. See these blue rings are the VTOL thrusters for greater use of getting out of this hangar rather than flying horizontally. You can see the cockpit here. There's some debate about the Connie. Some people think it's really ugly. I think it has a certain amount of sci-fi charm in its ugliness, so I really like it. But yeah, you can see, get some idea. I'll just leg it back a bit. So there we go, the Connie in all her glory. Let's go inside and have a look. I've not been in this ship yet, so I'm quite excited to have a look. There's a couple of ways in. This is the main one. There's a crew elevator. Actually know how to operate the damn thing. That should do it. Go up, okay. Right, that wasn't very intuitive, but I guess. Whoa! Looked like I was going to smack my head on that there. Right, very atmospheric lighting. Right, the bridge is up front there. We'll I was going to say that to last, but I think we'd probably better have a wee look, even just to put the power on. So we'll do that. Yeah. Is this my pilot seat? Yes. Okay. Just going to ready check that, put the power on. Engines on. Activate the VTOL. So we're going to get this bird off the ground at the moment because I don't want it getting stored because I'm taking too long here. So we'll do this and then we'll have a look around while we're in space. So we'll just request permission to leave.
You are clear to launch.
There we go. So I've never flown a ship this big before. Wait until these doors are open because I don't really want to prang it. I suppose, you know, people do say that, you know, the fastest car in the world is a rental car, so I suppose that probably applies to our rental spaceship as well. Doesn't really matter if I scratch the paintwork a wee bit. Nobody asked me to sign a collision damage waiver. Well, we're as good as we're going to get, so let's get this thing off the ground. And we are in Area 18 and Arc Core, which I don't think I've really covered in this series, but you can kind of see it. I'll just spin it around a wee bit. God, this thing feels powerful. Yeah, Area 18
Please visit again.
and Arc Core in general are really, it's just one big old city that covers more or less the entire surface, as far as I know, of the planet. Right, so it's going to take us a long time to get to orbit like this, so we'll speed up. And then, once I've got a wee bit of height, I'll point up and turn the engines on. There we go. Turn the VTOL off, bring the landing gear up. We'll have a look at that when we're in space as well, I think, because it might be quite cool looking. Right, we are not going very fast, but I suppose we are a big ship in planetary atmosphere. Got a wee bit of boost in the engines. Just raise the angle of attack a wee bit here. We're starting to see stars. In a good way. Probably more or less out of atmosphere now, so throttle back a wee bit, put the cruise control on, and we'll go for a walk. Now we've got lights and stuff inside because we've got power. So we'll come back to the bridge. This is the crew quarters. We have the elevator where we come in. We have some storage for crew, where presumably you will be able to put, you know, undersuits, clothing, armour, that kind of thing. You could presumably put stuff in there just now, but it wouldn't stay if we were to log out and log back in again. So that's kind of, the persistence of it is something that will happen in the future. Gun racks. We've got a table here, which I don't think, well, I could be wrong, but I don't think it works at the moment. Sit down here. Nah, it did work at some point, but it's something that they need to fix when they finish dealing with the Constellation. There's something called, I think, the gold standard, when they go through and they bring everything up to the proper speed that it should be at, and just make everything pretty and do what it's supposed to do. And they haven't done that yet with the Connie, so but they will. So that table sort of pops up, and you've got crew quarters to sit. We have 4 crew beds, which I think also double as escape pods, which could be handy. And here we have the cargo bay. So there's ample room down here for, I think it's about 1890 SCU cargo. It's quite a lot. We will find out, because I plan to use it for that function. Now this lift actually drops somehow. Don't know where the controls are. Hope I can bring it back up again, because if I can't, then I'm a bit screwed here. So there's area 18 below us. Feels a wee bit weird like this, but the ship has its own gravity generator, so that's why I'm not falling off. So we are powering through space with the cargo elevator down. Good times. Right. It's just so cool. It's just, well, I don't know, I think it is anyway. What else we got over here? We've got tons of missiles. One of the good little features about the Constellation Andromeda, the Andromeda is kind of the sort of medium freight oblique gunship variant of the Andromeda. There's 4 variants in total. Is it carries a lot of missiles, as you can see. We've got another airlock here, which I believe will be able to dock using a docking, sort of tube docking corridor with stations and stuff. Again, quite a good view of Arccore down there as we're leaving. There's my gravity generator. What have we got here? It's typoed, I don't know if that's power, what it is. And into the aft chambers here. Gravity generator power plant. And we've got life support. But mostly in this little aft chamber here, we have the snub-nosed fighter. So I'm sure it's not supposed to do that. So I could detach this and go for a fly about, but then I'd have to try and dock with a moving Constellation, and that's probably not a very good idea, so we're not going to do that. We're going to try and work out how to get out the bloody thing again. Open exterior. Exit, there we are. Yeah, so there's the, I can't remember what it's actually called, I think it might be called the P something Mustang, but yeah, it's not, it doesn't have its own quantum drive, so it's kind of reliant on the Connie to take it, to move it around. So we'll go up the starboard side. I'd imagine it'll be very similar. Yeah, more missiles. As I say, there's a lot of missiles. I think there's like 50 odd missiles in this thing, which is a lot. Another airlock. I suppose we might as well just have a look. Dark, the deep depths of space. I could throw myself out there, but this ship is moving fast, so that would be the end of me, because I wouldn't be able to catch up. I might stop the ship now that we're quite deep in space. Well, not deep in space, but... Okay, so what else we got before we do that? We have turrets. Upper gun turret. That's cool. That's how we look at that from the outside. There we are. You can see me sitting in the turret on the top there. Can't remember how to actually zoom in and stuff with this, but you know, just have to bear with my rather janky and limited camera work at the moment. Now, in order for me to possibly demonstrate this better, I'm going to need to power the turret on. And then we'll try that again, shall we? And hopefully... no. We have powered on, so what are we missing here? Switch fire mode. Staggered, okay. Switch gyro mode. Don't want to exit. Don't want to power off. That's all I've got. So I don't know why that's not working. It's like we're not getting power to guns for some reason, which is a little odd. Try turning it off and turning it back on again. There we go. Sadly, I can't revolve the turret while I'm in third person view, but you get an idea here. Aye, so, that would be good fun, just for a crew member to be in the turret. They're like, I think they're two size 2s, and I think they're gimbaled, so that's, you know, they're not the biggest guns in the world, but they're quite capable for shooting small ships. So we'll have a look at the lower turret, and obviously you can have a crew member in each of these, so just for better coverage. Oh, this one points back by default. Where's my power? Here.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the
So again, we didn't get the power for the guns the first time. But now we do.
Welcome to Roberts Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
So there's the planet beneath us. Obviously we're not going to hit the planet at this range. Well, you know, not with energy weapons. There's a lot of ammo for these things. I mean, it recharges fast. I mean, you could do... What's the depression here? And it won't let you hit your own ship. If there's stuff in the way, it just stops firing the guns and moves around it. Like that. So that's cool. Okay. So that's where turrets. Okay, so back in the pilot seat. So I think you kind of want a crew of 4 or 5 really for this. You've got your pilot, obviously, and he's doing, he or she is doing the 4 main guns and actually piloting the ship. But at the same time, you maybe have somebody in the upper turret, somebody in the lower turret, and somebody in the co-pilot chair. And your co-pilot, I'm guessing we're going to get some multifunction displays. Yep. Can I fly the ship? No, but I do have a multifunction display. Power on. Cool. Yeah. So what you could be doing here, I think, is that shields? Yeah. Maybe juggling the shields. You could also, however, be doing the communications. More importantly, I feel you can be shifting the power about between guns, shields and engines depending on what the pilot requires at that time. Stealth mode, don't think that's very likely in a Constellation. You can obviously turn off different items if you are trying to keep the sort of signature down. Turn off the guns and stuff like that and be a little bit harder to lock. As I say, probably not going to be tremendously useful in a ship of this size, but yeah, so you've got juggling the shields, you've got doing the comms and switching the energy about. Probably the energy between shields, guns and engines is probably going to be the most important thing for the co-pilot to be doing. And then of course you've got somebody who can be flying the snub-nose fighter as well. So we're just going to have a wee jump into the pilot seat again, and we'll throttle this thing back. So that is us coming to a stop. Okay, so let's again just have a little look outside. I'm going to try doing a couple of things here, just so we can see what they look like. There's the landing. Oh, the whole yeah, the whole engine switch. I suppose it has to put the landing gear down. The bottom engine sort of slides forward so that the centre of gravity is correct for a ship, which I suppose is going to be very heavy at the back. Quite like that. That's really quite nifty. What else will we have a look at? We'll have a look at the VTOL system. So you can see the 4 vents, 2 aft, 2 fore, opening up for the VTOL. Okay, let's try switching to missiles. Okay, that's fine. So you can see now at the back, on each side, we have 4 fins that have come out. Those are the size 1 missiles, I think. And on top, in the middle, midships, we have 4 other missile launchers that have popped out from the top. And those are the, I think, size 2s. So, yeah, size 1 missile away. A total gratuitous waste of missiles here, but never mind. Let's straighten the ship up. So we're charging 2 missiles now. There we are. Okay, so and there's the size 2s. And yeah, that's really cool. I do like that. Okay. So, other than wasting missiles, what do we want to be doing here? Well, we want to be plotting a course to RKL1. That was easy. It's usually remarkably buggy, that thing, but actually turns alright, this thing. I thought it'd be slower. The quantum drive is going to be terrible because it's a stock quantum drive, so it's going to be really slow. Probably be the first thing. Probably the first thing to upgrade, you know, if you get this ship, would be the quantum drive. So I will cut this and come back when I reach RKL1.
Attention. Please come to an immediate halt and hold for your vessel to be scanned.
Well, we're being scanned. Fortunately, we have no cargo.
Okay, thanks. You're clear to proceed.
Alright. Just as well we're not doing anything dodgy. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting a warning, well, not a warning, but a target marker for a ladder. Nope, that's not going to work. There we are. So I'm looking for a comms menu, but there's one already here. Aha. So we're just approaching RKL1, or the station at RKL1. I'm waiting for the air traffic control to be in range. Kinda seems like they ought to be in range by now. No, we're still what looks to be 11 kilometers away, 10. Throttle the speed back a bit because this thing ain't going to brake very quick. Alright, now I think we've probably got comms. Whiteforest Station. Permission to land, please.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Okay, it should be right bar the last try to land this beast. So yeah, anyone that knows me knows that games for me are about stories. That's what you remember, you know, years on. I don't remember so much things that I did in a lot of games years ago, but I remember who I did them with. Still got quite a lot of friends that I've met playing various games along the way. And that's really nice, you know. It's about stories, it's about the stories that you remember. And I think a ship like the Constellation with a crew would be a brilliant way to make stories. So I'm saving up for this ship at the moment. With in-game money, obviously I'm not spending my own bloody money on it, it'd be too expensive. And once I have it, which shouldn't take, you know, more than a couple of weeks to get it, I'm going to be looking for a crew. So, if you're watching this video and you fancy being part of my Constellation crew and making some stories in the verse, then that, you know, it would be good to have you on board as a gunner or a snub-nosed pilot, or a co-pilot, or even the pilot. Or maybe you want to just be a marine and board other ships. I've seen ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. Let's put her down. There we are. That's not a bad landing for a first attempt, I feel. Quite happy with that. If you can walk away from it, it's a good landing. I love the sounds, it just sounds so much more involved than the smaller ships, which it should. I suppose we better find the actual off key. Let's see what we can control from here. We've got no controls up here, so everything must be down here. Open cargo bay. No, we don't really want to open the cargo bay. Power off. Kind of want that. Open exterior. I wonder if that's my cargo lift. Let's go and find out. No, I don't know what I've just opened. Well, it might be the cargo lift actually. Yes, I think it was. Well, it wasn't how I'd planned on getting out of the ship, but oops. Actually took a wee bit of damage from that. Where does that ladder end? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what I did wrong. Alright, so I just needed to open the airlock. It looks like this one was open. Oh well. Gonna close this bad boy up. I don't think anyone's gonna nick my rented ship, but why would you take the chance? Ah man, I love it. I love it. It's not one of the ships that you can pick a name for yet, although that might come in time. I'd quite like to be able to pick a name and have it, you know, emblazoned along the side of the ship. I think that'll happen in time. Some of the ships you can do that with, but they're the really, really expensive ones. So, right. So I'm just going to keep talking. I don't know how much of this I'll cut. But what we're going to do at the moment is we're going to nip through the station to the refinery, and we're going to load up the Connie with some stuff that I've had refining. It's not a very busy place. So we're going to re-look out of the viewport just so you can get an idea of what this place looks like. Not too impressive. Kind of in the middle of an asteroid field. You can do some mining here, but it's not very good quality mining. Or maybe it is, and I just don't know where I'm looking. I'm not very good at mining. Hey, buddy. Howdy. Just like real life, you press the elevator button multiple times in the theory that it will make it come faster. Right, now this I will cut, because it's a long journey to the refinery in the elevator. Alright, so, refinery deck. It's rather a noisy place.
Management just wanted to make a general announcement to check your house.
Okay, refinement processing.
Hey,
So,
back again, I see.
yeah, back again.
Finding everything all right?
So I've been building stuff up for a while. Most of it, my early mining, I was mining stuff that isn't really worth anything. So this one's got some Contanium, but not very much. Let's go a wee bit further along if we can. Well, that doesn't work very well, does it? There we are. Yeah, this one's got a bit more Contanium, so we'll take that. Contanium's the valuable stuff. Can't actually see the cargo capacity of my ship. Alright, looks like that's maybe all we're getting. Yeah, there's not enough space in the Connie now, so I'll need to come back for those. Not that they're worth very much, but we'll do it anyway because we'll pay for the rental. Probably my mining that I've done isn't going to do much more than pay for the day's rental of the Connie, but I just wanted to rent the Connie and have a look at the actual ship. And I can always do some bounty hunting missions and stuff, and quite a good ship for that apparently. The guns just rip the NPCs to pieces, especially at the level of bounties that I'm doing. Even better if you've got turret gunners, but I probably won't at the moment, because I don't really have a crew. Okay, so yeah, here we are, just going back to the ship, and we'll take off and we'll fly back to Area 18, land and sell the cargo and see what we get for it. Probably not that much, to be honest, because it's not very good cargo. But I'm only just learning how to mine, and it's not the easiest thing in the world. I don't want the cargo bait, I want... Oh yeah, wrong place, Kenny. Yeah, it's not the best mining materials in the world, so hopefully we'll get enough to cover the cost of the ship rental. I do like the emergency lighting. All right, flight ready.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Let's get permission to take off.
You are clear to launch.
Thank you. Turn on the VTOL. Whoa, who's shooting? Gear up. VTOL off.
Landing gear raised.
Thank you. And
So, I've been playing Star Citizen now for about 3 weeks, and I didn't expect much of it. You know, it's an alpha, but I've just been having a blast. I haven't even scratched the surface, and I don't know what I'm doing. Even the things that I've kind of tried to learn, you know, there's so much to this. I don't know where it will go in the next few years. I'd like to hope that they'll get close to the dream of what they're aiming for, but even if they only get half that far, it's still going to be amazing. It's already pretty amazing, apart from the bugs. You have to have a certain tolerance for bugs. But it's jaw-droppingly pretty a lot of the time, and there's so much immersion. And some good people as well. I would not even had probably enough money to rent this ship were it not for a very successful evening at Jumptown a couple of nights ago, which was just a whole hell of a lot of fun. Well, probably not for some people, but it was for our lot. And it's actually behaving itself at the moment, unusually. Yeah, I need to switch this quantum. Well, I'm not going to switch the quantum drive in our rental. But when I get this ship, that'll be the first thing I do. Takes forever to do anything. There we go. So we're nearly done with this video. I'm just going to fly down, land. Oh, then I'm going to have to take a trial into town. I can cut some of that. Well, actually, I might leave it in because you might not have seen Area 18, or you might not have seen any of this stuff. Oh, resyncing the server, that's not good. At least it did resync and it didn't just crash. That's the important thing, eh? We don't need the quantum drive. We don't really need speed. We need to work out where the hell the spaceport is. Oh, we're right above it. Right, let's try and get this somewhere that's not quite so vertigo inducing. There we go. pointed in approximately the correct direction for Area 18. It's going to have to lose some altitude.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
I'm not really looking forward to this. Might be a fair bit of third-person view going on to try and get this ship in. Particularly as there appears to be a rather inconvenient crane in the way. Stupid place to put it. Yikes, don't do that. You do get the impression of this ship being quite big and heavy. Which is fine, because it probably is quite big and heavy.
And again, deployed.
The VTOL on. Yep, let's get this right. I wonder if we can look down. Yes, we can. That's handy. Right, I'm not quite confident about that enough. It's not bad though, eh? Looks like it might work. Nearly. It's a bit of a tight fit, this. Probably isn't, but it feels like it. Looks like I'm about to prang the cockpit. Yeah, looks like we're on. Okay. That was fun. Kind of. And we're down. I was expecting us to still go down a bit more, but I'd forgotten how big this ship is.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Engines off.
Always try and remember when I land to do the essential repairs, restocks.
System off.
Oh, there's my cargo as well. Isn't that awesome? Crystalline minerals. Oh, that's brilliant. Didn't actually need to open the cargo bay. So there's no point in opening the exterior of the ship when you're in the ship. I love it. I should have taken the Merlin. That's what it is. It's a Merlin. Kruger P-52 Merlin. I should have taken that out for a wee spin. But you know, if you're watching this, join the crew. You can take it out for a wee spin. Ah, I love it. What a ship. That's just made me want to grind a wee bit more and learn what I'm doing with the mining. So I can actually buy the damn ship. rather than rent it. Riker Memorial Spaceport, which I believe is not in fact named after Commander Riker, but is named after maybe a backer of the game or something like that. Don't really know where I'm going very well here. Customs. People say that these aren't worth picking up, but we must be coming to the end of the Luminalia event, and I've probably got about 30 or 40,000 creds, which is quite a lot of money for me, just from those parcels. So I think they're worth picking up. Shuttle to Central, I guess so.
We're sorry. You've exceeded the allotted time to depart. We will have to return.
Yeah, do that. Where the bloody hell? Customs area,
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you
just
for
down
your
here.
cooperation.
That looked like a wall to me. But it's not, because I'm an idiot. And we just timed that nicely.
Ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you.
So yeah, this is Artcore. And again, we're just going to take the tram to... well, it's a tram rather than a train this time. Into the city itself. Not going to get much of a view anywhere other than forward because of the way this is laid out, but that's okay. So it's a wee bit cyberpunk, a wee bit Blade Runner. I suppose, you know, those are similar. You can actually see adverts for some of the shops that are here as well. Welcome to Area 18. Quite impressive, isn't it? Hello.
Now arriving.
Yeah. Well, it impresses me anyway. I like it. Trying to remember where I'm going here. I haven't been here often. Straight across, I think. And yeah, that trade development division, I should be able to sell stuff there, I think. I have no idea how much I'm going to get for this cargo load. It's going to be depressingly small though. This is posh. Sort of wooden flooring and gold trim and all that. Water feature. Oh, we should be in cell. Right. Andromeda. Right, 5,000 for the gold. Sure. Shit, 1,500 for the aluminium, that's pathetic. Right, 6,500 so far. I'll call that 8,000 in total. That's better. So about 15,000 once we turf that quartz. Hey! I knew the Quantanium was a bit more valuable. So 154,000. I don't know if that sold. It did not. Right, so I paid for the ship rental and made about an 80,000 profit. Plus there's still a little bit of stuff back in Arkell 1. That's probably only a few thousand worth. So, turned a profit and we got a chance to look at the Constellation. Thank you very much for watching this, if you have watched it until the end, and I'll see you next time I'm in the verse, and I hope you join me. Signing out.